Get into the ark. Get into the ark and don't turn back. That's what God is saying to us. Get into the ark. Get into the ark. This is why a lot of relationships are falling out and falling apart. People are starting to manifest and show themselves. People are beginning to surprise each other with this attitude. Guys, it's going to be a difficult time, a difficult transition right here. But I hear God says it's time to get into the ark. He's closing the doors. You know, I've spoken about this in one of my other videos before when they said that Noah was warning the people and Noah was warning the people. But if you read the scriptures about that, and I believe that might be around like Genesis 6 and 7-ish, around that area is where Noah begins to build the ark. And what happens, guys, is the Lord just told Noah to prepare the ark. He didn't tell them to warn anybody. He told them that he's seen that the heart of man is only bent on evil. But because Noah and his family has found grace in his sight, he told Noah, build an ark. I'm getting ready to destroy this earth. I'm getting ready to destroy all mankind, everything. But you and your family, you have found favor in my sight. Build this ark. Get them in here. Follow my instruction. Get these animals in here. There was no warning to be given to the people. There was a decision made, and we're in that time right now. We're warning and we're telling folks, right? But guys, what I hear God saying is get into the ark. Get into the position. Get into position. The warnings and all those things that you've been doing, that's about to cease. That's about to end. There's getting ready to be a big shake, falling out. Recompense, judgment is coming. So obey the Lord. There's coming a time that there's going to be no more warnings. No more crying out. God's going to tell you to be quiet. And some of you, he's already telling you, stop it. Because he's positioning us and putting us in this place in the supernatural. You're sitting stationary at your home. You're still at your same address. But you're being moved because an outpouring of God's wrath is coming upon people who have repeatedly walked in disobedience. Upon people that have, let me tell you something. When people are doing the work of God and doing the will of God, and you have people that's sitting there that's laughing and talking about you, I can see it. There are people that will sit there and watch your videos, even my videos, and they laugh and they talk. And they jeer and they share it and they sit and they talk about how no one could be getting that much word because, you know, they dried out. So no one else can be getting no word. No one else can be getting this. Some are cursing God. Some are cursing me. Some are cursing you. Some are saying whatever. But God is saying those people, all of those folks that's sitting there doing that, as they do that, what people don't realize, as they speak evil, they harden their hearts. As they speak dark and evil things against something, as they speak it, as it comes out of them, something dark and toxic fuses in them. As they say these dark and evil things, they get even more dark. They get even more dark. They get even more dark. And they are just regurgitating and just it's like a recycle thing going on with them. As they speak evil, evil comes in. As they speak evil, it comes in and it comes out and it goes back into them, and they dark and blind. But to them, all they've seen is flowers and rainbows and bubble gum. That's the thing about the darkness of evil. It comes pretty. They look perfect in their eyes, and that's the idea. But God is saying people that's been speaking against you, people that's just been doing evil, people that's just been tormenting you, people that's just been doing you wrong. This is why the Lord always tells you to stay in a place of being repentant towards him, ensuring that you don't forget. Make sure you forgive them. Make sure you trust God. Even if you still feel hurt, God says forgive them and move on, because the outpouring is coming. And this positions you to be in a place of safety. The ark that God has for those who are saved, that he is saving and that he is speaking into your spirit. As you are humbling yourself and you're being obedient, he's moving you into a place of safety. So I hear the Lord says, getting into the ark, get into the ark. Get into the ark. Where does the ark begin? It begins on your knees. It begins in prayer. It begins in the word. It begins in obedience. The ark, how are you going to be led in that safe place, is by obeying his voice in the simple things of speaking his word, getting into his presence, praying, reading your word, and listening. You will be moved. You're being positioned, guys. So what's going to happen is there's going to be a time where there's no more warnings. He's telling some of y'all not to do it no more. Just like with Noah, there was no warning. They were not going to come in. They have had the opportunity. God simply made a divide. He put a place of, he started to have them create a place of safety that they were going to be in and saved and away from all the judgment and the death that was coming. So that's what God's telling you to do. You see, God didn't just create an ark and say, Noah, get in. He told him what he needed to do, and he obeyed him. He listened to the voice of the Lord. He always walked uprightly. So he heard the voice of the Lord. He prepared accordingly and was able to save him and his family and the animals. Right? That's what's happening now. God's going to speak to your heart, speak to your spirit. How are you going to hear these things? You're going to hear this in getting in his word, in getting into prayer, in getting in his presence. You hear his voice. You know exactly what you need to do. Who can you take and who you not going to take? You see, if Noah wasn't listening to the Lord, he would have tried to pack all those people in there. But he heard the Lord and realized only these individuals going to go. Nobody else is going to go. You do exactly what I tell you and you will be safe. And that's exactly what's going on today. God's going to show you who can go and who cannot. And don't sit there and try to convince anybody. Noah was just building. They were probably laughing and talking about him, just like you building right now on these websites. I mean, building right now on these channels. You're talking, you're building right now and how you're living. You're building right now, building your ark right now by how you choose to live an upright life. And everybody's laughing at you because you're too holy. Everybody's laughing at you because you're doing a channel. Everybody's laughing at you because you're always uploading something. Everybody's laughing at you. Laughing at your God that you serve. It's okay. No problem. You're building your ark, my brothers and sisters, and you're being positioned, you and your house, not everybody, because guess what? Everybody in your house ain't obeying God. Everybody in your house is not obeying God. And that's why a lot of them, some of y'all, they have left. That's why some of you, it's sad, but that's why she left. That's why he left. That's why this happened. You understand that? It took place, but the Lord is, guess what? Putting you in a place of position. I'm sure there was more people that Noah wished could have come. I'm sure there are other people that he wished he could have saved. Obey God. Get in the ark. Get in the ark.